Hello, and welcome back to the land of the seven suns with Fishy Plant Man as your host. Alright, well, to start with, this video is a little premature. I've been wanting to do a video on how these fish are going to get out of the breeder box and basically retire. Well, I was waiting for babies. There's like 3 generations all in one shot. I'm pretty sure I missed the last one as far as its birth date goes. Maybe a couple got missed. But anyway, I was waiting on these guys. The biggest one, that actually might be the female that I was going to talk about right there. The bigger of the two. Yeah, anyway. I was waiting on the females to show a little more color to make a better pick to retire one of these fish. The male doesn't need to be retired. He's a new male. But that orangey one there, and the one that came with her, the other female that came with, one of the other females that came with her at least, those two need to be replaced. And like I say, one of the ones that came with her needed to be replaced in case she was going to be... Oh, I'm getting all tongue-tied here. I'm sorry. One of the ones that came with her was going to be the first to be replaced. Because she was large, and I figured she was probably the oldest one of the quad that I bought. So I was waiting for these babies to grow up a little bit down below. And I would pick one of them to replace her. And then she would go over to one of the 10 gallons and retire, essentially. Because instead of a desirable tank and an undesirable tank, I think I'm just going to go with a male and female tank. That way they can actually, be over there and retire. And there won't be too much breeding if I can keep the males separated out. Yeah, well, I found her already gone today. So now that's just one pair in here. And I would like to have at least 2 females per male. But one of my females died, so I've only got a single pair in here. 1 female, 1 male. So I'll be catching the largest female of the babies and putting her in here. Because I need another female, and she's probably not even mature yet, but the minute she gets mature, I guess she'll be ready to go and take some of the stress off of this one who I thought swam over here. Oh, she already made a complete lap and coming back again. So, yeah, I'll be doing that pretty soon. Getting the largest, most mature young female and putting her in here. But the one that would be retiring has already retired. So, yeah, that was the idea. I was going to talk about this a little bit later when I decided which one of these had not only the best size, but the best color. Well, now it's just going to be the biggest, healthiest female because I need a female in there. Over here, kind of the same thing. That light female needs to retire at some point. and the large male needs to retire at some point. Hopefully they'll get to. But, you know, it's not always going to be possible. Some may die before ever coming out of here. I hope to make that minimal, but it could happen. It's already happened. But yeah, the idea is to get, 2 or 3 spawns out of the females, and then they retire. And the males can go for, however long they can before I, find another male. I don't think the males would really like the idea of retiring as much as maybe the females. But yeah, I don't want extremely old males, trying to add to the population. So he needs to retire, and that colorless female needs to retire. And the orangey one over here at some point needs to retire. And the one that really needed to retire already has. Okay, there's the newest Phalaenopsis. Other than that, I'll talk about the new airplane plant, spider plant, whatever you want to call it. It's getting brown tips to some of the leaves. Kind of normal. I think I might be able to reduce that some as the calcium builds. And when I feed the tank with the marine aquarium salt, that will add a good bit of calcium. And I think the ratios are about right. Calcium and magnesium, even in marine aquarium salt, are a bit higher than, some of the others. But I've just started doing that for this tank. So, maybe as the calcium builds, I won't get so much browning of the tips. My other thought is as the roots grow, these plants don't really have any roots to speak of, hopefully yet. So, maybe as roots grow, that too will decrease the browning of the tips. I don't know how close I'll get to eliminating it completely, but I'll try. Like, even this lucky bamboo has got some brown tips. Well, the calcium will build for it too, but it's got plenty of roots. There's all the roots inside the cage, and they go all the way down. Some of them reach the gravel. There's some more baby fish. Okay. This was mostly about retiring the older fish, so covered that. And maybe I'll make another video when I got the female in here so you can see which one I picked. Until next time. Okay, this is basically a tail end to the other video. And if the other video doesn't have any views, maybe I'll just take it down and attach this to it, put it back up again. Because I should have waited for this in the first place. But I didn't. I guess I was too anxious to get a video up. And there was no reason. I could have, should have waited. But anyway, if I can find the female, there she is, that I put in here. in the other video, I talked about shooting a video when she went in. It's only, I don't know, about an hour or so later. And I noticed her, she's not necessarily the biggest of the fish I have, but she's the biggest that shows the best promise in color. Because I want my females to have color as well as my males. So that's why I picked her. It's basically, I've got 3 goals. The first is being healthy. She's healthy. The second is good color. I think she's eventually going to have good color. She's a little young and a little small, but I think there's enough... where'd she go? I think there's enough there that she will ultimately have good color. And the last being size. So I try to combine 2 of those into one, get 2 of those at least in one fish if I can. And that's what I think I've got here, is a good healthy fish, being one of the bigger fish. It kind of shows health. And I think she's going to have good color. I'm thinking she might end up looking a lot like charcoal, which is over here. Forgive the net. It's, yeah, there. See, there's charcoal, the black one. She's got good color, color comparable to a male. I mean, there's that female there. She's pretty drab. Some breeders like that, and for just in general, I might like that. But I've got an idea in mind, and the females for what I'm working with here in my head calls for good color on both the males and the females. So that's a good colored female. If you're just judging by color, you might think she's a male. Now, if I can get directly over top, she's looking pregnant as well. And I think it's kind of hard. It's a drawback to these cages, but I'm pretty sure she's got a gravid spot as well. So, female. Pregnant female. Kind of hard to argue female when they're pregnant, right? And that's what I think. Not that orange one. Not the orange one. I'm looking. A little harder to spot a fish looking through the camera. It's even harder when that fish is small. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to look for it off of the camera. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's hard when the fish is up against the front edge like that. But there she is. I think she's going to look a lot like charcoal, so I picked her. She's got decent size. She promises to have good color. And decent size suggests that she's healthy. So, there we go. There's the first female replacement. Okay. Talk to you next time.